Hey everybody, check this out, something new. We can actually control the videos in StreamYard now. This is going to be kind of cool because we'll be able to jump across, do different things, pause videos, and this is playing directly in the room now. So you guys can move it around. This is huge and pretty exciting. We'll be right back. We're going to play our normal warning, and then I'll explain to you what's going on today.
Warning and disclaimer. The views and opinions expressed on this live feed are those of the guests, speakers, and/or hosts, and do not necessarily reflect the beliefs, official policies, ethics, or positions of the content providers, advertisers, additional hosts, and/or guests, hosting sites, groups, or entities attached to this programming. Viewer discretion is advised.
So normally, we would be bringing you the forecast, the Comic-Con forecast, where all the different conventions might be taking place. We'd be looking at a forecast map like this, and we'll get rid of that video. The video is still in the background. Although we could actually put two videos, and I can even lower the music. So you can technically play music during the show. Sorry, I'm nerding out. I'll stop it. I'm going to put my geek away. I won't get to this show today. But normally we'd be talking about this. However, you guys all know what's going on. I don't got to tell you what you already know. But instead of not having this show, we're going to try to keep it on air now. And we're going to turn every one of these days into a special. So, let me see. I'm going to add this to our screen. There we go. Okay, so I'm going to screen share with you guys. And I'll just get rid of the video for now. We don't need to. Maybe I'll leave it, play it later. Anyway, sorry. I'm so distracted by the new toys. Here we go. So we're going to give you a special for the next couple weeks as we figure out how the rest of the con season is going to look on Thursdays. We're not going to try to change our format. This is going to be an in and out show between 10 to 20 minutes. So we're going to talk about some news. We're going to talk about some headlines. Today we're going to talk about entering the Continuum. So we got some stuff to share with you. We wanted to keep this program going. So with that in mind, I'm just going to double check to make sure that we have a volume check on it. And I'm going to encourage you guys to be a pair. And this is going to be important in a couple of minutes about being a pair. And so I'll play the video. This is Be a Pair, and we'll be right back.
Be a pair. Be professional. Be ethical. Be authentic. Be respectful. Remember, in this industry for comics, be a pair. Art provided by Chris Mad. Look up Chris Mad Art on Facebook today.
All right, so here we are today. We're going to be talking about a few quick subjects, one of them being on just on the 14th, 10 days away, Enter the Continuum. The first issue of the Continuum, A Library for Independent Creation, is born. All right. And in issue 1, we've been dropping it on the news on Fridays. We've been talking about it. But today I'm going to give you a hint of it. And then tomorrow we'll talk more about its importance. So make sure to tune in on our usual Friday show for the CNW as we do Weekended. And C. Lanning is the main anchor over there. I get to be the announcer voice like I'm being today. You guys really don't need to see me. Most of our original shows, ironically, were never done with me on camera. So I like doing these without me on camera. It feels more authentic for you guys to really focus on the news. Like Reapers was the first announced tale. It's amazing. Some great art. That is done by C. Lanning and Meredith. Then we announced that Bobby Gregory, myself, and Mike Seeley teamed up. I'm their letterer, and I'm going to be the story editor. I'm sure we're going to have an editor come in at the very end and edit all the work, but I'm just the story editor. Some great art. I was actually lettering last night, and on Illustrator, the autosave's not working right for whatever reason. An update kind of screwed it up, and they all saved as PDFs. PDFs don't update. I lost 2 hours of work last night. That's okay. I got to it again today, and we're back at it. Looking great. I'm really proud of this work. Some people got to see a very early version, the what I call them the beta versions or the first draft versions, and we've gotten some positive feedback, and we're always looking to make it better thanks to everyone's feedback. Because when we release it, we want it to be the best product it can be, and only death can save us. We're going to talk more about this on the how part. Russ Leach is coming over and being part of the library. He's giving us Only Death Can Save Us. We're going to talk about that. So what is Enter the Continuum? Well, that's all from the Terraformed Continuum group. Basically, it's time to create. I got tired of people talking about creating, and I was like, well, how can we just make comic books? I'm trying to get together as many creators as I can, trying to help them. We're helping them with the editing process. This is about bringing creation to life. We're going to be doing throwbacks for people who have stories that were in anthologies that never went anywhere and they just haven't used them in years, but want to have it in another place that actually reproduces the books. Because some of the anthologies that came out, they never get reproduced. That's it. They're one and done, one printing and done. So this gives them the opportunity to bring it as long as they can. We're going to be talking about putting comic book strips. We're talking about all different things, including allowing people to even give previews to maybe a bigger story, hint about tomorrow's news. We're all going to be talking about a lot with the Continuum, but at the end of the day, the Continuum is literally just bringing creators together. We've always talked about it as creators. Let's all get together and just make comics. That's what the Terraform Continuum is. It's just making comics. It's giving people the ability to enjoy. As a fan, you're going to get samples of different people's, different creators' works, and even different story ideas. It's a throwback to the earlier, industry when it was younger. It just created stories and it was meant to entertain. And if you like what you see, some of these stories are going to become bigger runs. They're going to become issues. Some of them are going to already have some other stories attached to them. And sometimes you're going to be able to follow the creator into their next creation. We're not really setting as many rules other than quality. Quality is our rule. We want to put out the best product we can for you guys. And we want to encourage the creators working on it to put out their best work that they can. And that's it. We're going to talk a lot more about this. Like I said, February 14th, we go live on crowdfunding. There's so much to talk about. There's no way to just talk about it. Even making the video for this is going to be difficult. But in the end, it is literally the library of creators coming together and just making a library of creation. I can't put it any other way, to be honest with you. I will say this. The group we have, Facebook Terraformed Continuum, because of course this is brought to you by Terraform. So Terraform Comics has an actual group where we're terraforming your stories so they can be put into the Continuum. The first issue is Enter the Continuum. Every issue will have a name, sometimes themes, sometimes there'll be specials for something. Nothing's off the table. It's all about bringing excitement to readers in a comic book form. Some news we're going to cover real quick on the show today. DC Generations. Here's 10 things you didn't know about Generations. You can find out now thanks to CBR over at their site. You can find out the DC Generations gave comic book fans a glimpse of iconic heroes like Batman and Superman aging through the years and changing as the decades pass by. So you can definitely check out, see all that stuff. We had something here from, looks like, here, we'll open it up. This, I think, is from, let's see what group we're in here. All right, so this is from, the Comic-Related Madness, The Adventures of Blind Anna Bugasa. Sorry, I know I'm pronouncing that wrong. In 1740s Japan is just one of the 4 stories in Flint Book 5, the unique 64-page perfect bound anthology series set entirely in the 18th century. To read it and get the beautiful limited print of Ona by artist Dean Batty, select the 15-pound printed plus reward and receive the pledge package worth at least 34 pounds. So there you go. Value for your backing over on Kickstarter for Time Bomb, sorry. Flintlock Book 5. Let's see what else we got on the wire. Oh, Black Cat reveals she has an awesome new magic armor. That's right. She's got some new armor and some new powers to go along with it. Check it out over at comicbook.com. Matt Campbell gives us a look at him working on the comics. Here's a video of him working then talking to you guys as he's creating his next, I think it's, I was going to say Indiegogo, but I believe he's going to Kickstarter. We're going to be talking about that in a few weeks as he'll be a guest on our show in March for Backer Paws. The DC Bat Signal returned in an unexpected way in Future State. That is on February 3rd. February 3rd. It's on comicbook.com. I was reading the date instead of the site. There's a spoiler in here, so read it with caution. But if you want to know the spoiler and how the Bat Signal returns, go to comicbook.com right now. Zack Snyder's Justice League has officially been rated R ahead of an HBO Max debut. I don't think anyone debated whether it was going to be rated R. And I think most of us didn't even expect it to be rated, to be honest. But that tells you that there's probably going to be a lot of violence. So this is not going to be the original cut you saw in theaters. And just from today, Marvel launches the Insider Sweepstakes to be drawn into the biggest X-Men comic event of the year. Be part of the X-Men history and witness the future of Kariako. And I don't know how you're supposed to say that. I have to commit it to memory. I only know it like a fan as I've read it and how it sounds in my head. So in comics this summer. So this is going to be, it's going to be a Hellfire Gala. So you're going to have to, things have changed. The Red Queen is now Kitty Pryde. Sinister is in the Hellfire Club. White Queen, Magneto, and looks like we have someone on the outsides. I want to say it's Cannonball, but I might be wrong about that. And, of course, Nightcrawler. So I'm a huge X-Men fan. Pretty excited about this. Let's see. What do we have? We're about 12 minutes here, so we're going to talk about some rewards. All right, so here we go. The awards show is going on. We're just weeks away. So we launch our first show on the 21st. So the 21st of February will be the first show of the year hosted by Geek Insider. That's going to be art, and we're going to look at all the art today. So we're just weeks away from the first show. Just about, what would it be? So today's the 4th, the 7th. I think it's 2 weeks away. Yeah, 2 weeks away this Sunday. So just 2 weeks away this Sunday. So here we go. This was shared by, and you'll see all the different people participating and who shared these links. This has been shared by the people involved in the events. Here's one of the ones we have up right now, the strongest sequential layout. So this is in the art category. We got some great people going for it. We got some action going on between the Legend of Oz, Legacy of the View, Mike Seeley, and his amazing job on my Panel 1 story. Please give that a vote. And you can download that, by the way, for free by going to comicbookschool.com and get yourself a free 144-page graphic novel now available from Comic Book School. I had a story in there. Mike just nailed it. An amazing job. And then you got Worms Crawl In. So there's 3 more options. Boston Metaphysical Society. And the art's in the actual, you can see all the art within there. And make sure you guys are paying attention to the rules. We put in some rules just to try to keep it clear. And I've been trying to go in and weed anyone who potentially maybe was in the wrong year or didn't read a part of the rules. So just keep that in mind. Of course, our good friend Mike James, who we hope is doing good, is, or I shouldn't say is, has shared, show off the character design. So we got some character designs here from Catnip, the goth superhero, Dr. Man, a disembodied head, Kremosh, a fallen angel, Tornado Kid, Marka, and 10 other ones. So this one's doing really well. This has, and again, you have some of the rules that go along with it. This one we didn't really have much. It just had to be designed in 2020. It had to, the show off character designs created in 2020 and only 2020. That was really the only thing, and it could be even a redesign of a character. This one's a sad one. It looks like we're going to have to cancel this one. So standout architecture. Well, I mean, we've gotten it to 4 people. Okay. This was actually close to being actually canceled, but now that there are so many different people, I think that we'll be okay. So architecture here, there was a point where there was only 2 people, but now we have 4 people. We try to, if there's not anyone more than 2 people running in a particular particular award, we're probably going to cancel it, and we're going to have to probably do that here. Despite Carlos Herrera, there's just 2 people. This is for just landscape up here. This was a little different. This was architecture. Landscape, I thought this would have been really good. I guess not. I could look to add something, but we didn't get the draw we wanted on this one, so I'm gonna give it the weekend. If we don't see some uptick here, people doing some landscaping, we're gonna remove this, and it just won't make the show because there's just not enough interest. And that's okay. Sometimes we try the awards. If there aren't enough people, then there aren't enough people. That's perfectly fine. Colorist is definitely really bumping. We got Robert Nugent. He's from Broken Gargoyles and Monstrous Witch Hunt. Sid Van Blue from Silverline. Get Merlin for colors for Big Dog Comics. And a few others. Those are just the top 3. And this is, for colorists, we're asking that they nominate themselves or the editor or someone who's worked with them, just to make sure we can verify the year it was done. Make sure you tag them. Make sure they're up for the award. That's all we ask. So Stan Yank shared this, and this is just best line art. So we're just looking for the best lines in the 2020 comic releases. I'm surprised more people haven't jumped on this one, to be honest with you. Stan Yank has got is out there definitely getting around 30 votes. So Stan Yank's as a commanding lead, but Alex Sabrian from Divinity is definitely trying to be seen in this. And then we have some other great people, including The Catalyst by Mike J. Seeley, as he has pencils and inks. Again, all these are in the bottom there. So there's a lot going on here, guys. A lot of awards. And the splash page, not surprisingly, has a lot of people entering it, but not a lot of votes. That's a surprising thing. So this is anyone's game right now, honestly. So I put in Martha Schwartz, a beautiful Cthulhu Invades Oz artwork. She did an amazing job. So I was very impressed. Here's the pinups. This is for IP, for non-IP. Well, simplest thing, don't put, we're not taking something from something you don't own. So the artist has to have the right, either from the creator or it's a character they've created, to print this. So that we kept this very indie, if you would. This has 3 people, and I'm surprised no one else did pinups. But this is enough to warrant a race. So, and then cover of the year, probably our most popular one. 27 options here. Definitely getting the most amount of traction. We have, Oswald Chronicles is making a big move. We have a Geisha in King Arthur's Court, Shazard, and a lot. I mean, this is great stuff. Look at all the people. Cthulhu Invades Oz is up there, Divinity. So we got a bunch of stuff, and this is just the art, guys. If you want to vote, make sure you join the group. Very simply, click it on here, and you can find this, of course, by going to comicbookadvocates.com. You'll go to our virtual floor, and then just at the top, hit the news. And you'll be able to get to our news wire. And you can always get to our news wire at the ComiX News Wire, COMIX News, WNEWS, I should say, wire, WIRE.com. It's a little cold up down here in Florida, and it made me not sleep well, so I'm a little tired. Apologies for stumbling on my words so poorly today. But here we go. Independent Creator Awards, we're kicking. We have over 2,000 members now. This is great growth, considering all this is about is literally the awards that happens 3 months a year. So I thank everyone who's joined and been taking part of this. And remember, please don't put anything in here that isn't awards related. Let's keep it to the awards. And remember, the awards are coming. Time is running out. If you want to join, vote, do it now. We're at our 20-minute mark, so we're going to head on out. We're going to use our new video thing one more time. So let's see. We'll go back. I think I still have an overlay going on. Let me see. It's all new today, so it's fun stuff I'm learning to deal with. Let me see. Is the overlay intact? I don't think the overlay is there. I just think it's showing our background. Okay. So here we go. Oops. Oh, wow. It can go on a smaller screen. Look at that. All right. All right. Give me 1 second. Just trying to figure out. Let me see. Stop the screen share. We'll go to this. All right. We're almost got it. We almost got it. Here we go. Huh. Apparently there's still some kinks in this when you do a double screenshot. Let me see if I can break it. All right, let's see. All right, so here's what we'll do. We'll bring it up again. For some reason, it's just giving a little trouble, but that's okay. I know how to find it really quick. So all I'm doing is typing in just to let you guys know what I'm doing on my hard drive. And now I'm up. Here it is. All right, guys, we're out of here. Thanks for being part of today's show. We're going to be doing these in the next couple of weeks as we figure out the comics highway.
Let me, indeed.
And until then, we're going to be indieing it out. We'll see you on the next show. Thanks for being part of this. Remember to go over and subscribe. Well, not subscribe, but get notifications for the upcoming Kickstarter. Enter the Continuum. And I'm